Asgardia is the first ever space nation, and they've been very vocal about the direction they want to take humanity. Their website reads as follows: "Welcome to Asgardia, the first ever space nation, a full-fledged nation with a constitution, a flag and anthem, embassies, currency and sovereign territory. As a new nation and a future member of the United Nations, Asgardia is accepting new residents." End quote. So what does this all mean? Those in control of Asgardia have said they want good things to happen, namely taking humans into space. At this moment in time they are a micronation, though note that they've launched a satellite into orbit, and hope that within the next few decades they will be travelling among the stars. Those who are part of the group often refer to themselves as Asgardians, and declare sovereignty over this space occupied by Asgardia 1, which is the name of the satellite that they sent into orbit. They hope to set up permanent living quarters on the moon by the year 2043. Dr. Igor Asherberli, founder of Asgardia, revealed earlier this year that he plans to build and supply a new module for the International Space Station, hoping that this endeavour would extend the capacity and value of the space station. Dr. Igor said the following: "To directly address this, Asgardia has proposed the provision of an Asgardian node module that would be integrated into the European part of the International Space Station. It addresses the current limitations in habitable volume and research capabilities, incorporating the much-needed additional docking ports, which would be made available to both agency and commercial customers." End quote. One thing the group has been vocal about is that of solar storms, and the damage they can do to Earth, which is why they've been vocal about the fact that we need to start moving to other nearby planets and moons, noting that our moon would be a great settlement for humans. Members of Asgardia said the following: "They pose a serious threat to Earth, even without the technological infrastructure of the modern age. The growth of highly sensitive and space-dependent electronic grids, signals and networks makes the task of defending the planet from the unpredictable effects of the sun more urgent than ever. Asgardia is committed, as a community of citizens of more than 200 countries, to investing in public and scientific affairs, to researching and preparing appropriate defense mechanisms to tackle superstorms, and caring equally about all humanity as well as its citizens. Asgardia intends to build free settlements in outer space." End quote. Solar storms in the Earth's upper atmosphere are triggered by massive amounts of energy from the sun. If one of these storms is particularly powerful, it will take out entire power networks across our planet. What's worrying about this is researchers have said we're not nearly ready for an event like this, and that it would cause chaos across the entire planet. Experts estimate that if a large enough solar event was to strike Earth, it would cause over £2.3 trillion or $3 trillion worth in damage. Scientists have said that the sun produced one of its most powerful flares back in 2017, and this told them that the sun was waking up and becoming more active. When the sun throws out these flares, they can have effects on satellites and other pieces of equipment. Researchers and scientists said that back on the 29th of May, a solar flare came from one of these spots, and although this one wasn't massive, the team studying the spot said that it still sent out harmful radiation into the atmosphere. The researchers labelled this one as an M class, which in turn of solar flares is in the middle when it comes to solar strength. The team did say though that this could be a sign that the sun is becoming more active, and that more powerful solar flares could be coming our way, noting that the sun goes through cycles, and it's important that scientists understand when the sun is throwing out these flares, as they can affect our communications. Asgardia is an idea that came from billionaire Russian computer scientist Dr. Igor, who has revealed that over 500,000 people have applied to become citizens of the first space nation. Dr. Igor said the following: "Asgardia 1 will mark the beginning of a new space era. taking our citizens into space in virtual form. Asgardia 1 will contain data stored for free for up to 1.5 million Asgardians, and this will be on board the satellite. These are historic days, and your names and data will forever stay in the memory of the new space humanity, as they will be reinstalled on every new Asgardia satellite we launch. Asgardia 1 is our first small step which we hope will lead to a giant leap forward for mankind. Members of Asgardia also said that their decisions will be made outside of Earth's politics, and notes that due to this it will allow them to move forward much faster. Some people have been vocal about how this will work, with one person saying the following: "I like the idea of this, but how will this play out in the real world? On paper it sounds great, but you still need people to make the ultimate decision of who goes to the moon and who stays on Earth. How do you make that decision? I can see this causing problems. Anything where anyone is ultimately in charge is always going to receive criticism. I still think it's an interesting concept though." While another person said this: "I don't think it's as easy as just heading out into space. It's one of the hardest places to explore, and costs companies hundreds of billions of dollars. I don't think that a company can just announce that they and 500,000 people are going to head into space. I don't think it works like that. What's 500,000 people going to do once they're there? Who's going to pay for their living quarters? Who's going to pay for their food and drink? And who's going to pay for their transport there and back? I just don't think that a mission of this magnitude is going to happen anytime soon. It would cost trillions of dollars." End quote. So what do you make of the space kingdom of Asgardia? Do you think they'll make it to the moon? And if so, when do you think they'll achieve this by? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.